Thank you for joining Waking Up with D. Today, you've seen me drive, so this is nothing new. But you're going to want to stay tuned because this is about my COVID journey so far. Yes, I thought I was on the mend. I thought I was recovering from COVID. First time I've had it. Guess again. I look busted in this t-shirt, but that's all I have clean to wear right now. So before you go anywhere, make sure you hit that like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe. And those of you who are already subscribed, I really appreciate that. Okay. So I'm hoping I don't cough a lot during this. But if I do, bear with me, or I might just edit it out. But I am headed to the emergency room right now. It's Friday. It's around 6:45, 6:30 p.m. And I got COVID. I was tested positive for COVID 2 weeks ago to this day. So on July 8th. Which was a Friday as well, you know. I started feeling like my throat hurt. That was the first symptom I felt. My throat was hurting and it just felt weird and different. But I kind of thought, oh, okay, I'm just getting a cold, you know, which was an inconvenience and annoying, but I thought it was a cold. So I just thought, you know, I'll rest, hydrate a lot and see if I can just like flush this out of my system. Well, the next day, you know, that Thursday, I still felt kind of ill. I was getting worse, right? And then by Friday, I couldn't even speak. So, like, I could speak, but you couldn't really understand me. It was because I was so congested. And so that Friday, I called out due to COVID because I was thinking I had COVID, right? And I started thinking that because specifically the way the congestion was feeling. And it's hard to describe. You know when you like have a lot of congestion in your chest and through your nasal cavity, like you cough and you have runny nose, right? Typically. And maybe a sore throat. Well, when I would cough with this congestion, it did something to my breathing that was different than when I just have a cold. And I can't really explain it, but it was just the way my body felt. And I was like, this doesn't seem right. And I remembered I still had those at-home COVID tests. So I tried to find them because my apartment was a disaster and still is, by the way. And so I took both the little COVID tests. Both of them were positive. Right away they're positive, but you have to wait 15 minutes for the results. I was like, motherfucker. Motherfucker. Because by then, it was a Friday evening when I took those tests. And I was like, I want to get on medicine right away, specifically for COVID. Even though I have both vaccines and I have one booster shot, I just don't want to mess with it because look, I'm obese. I'm technically considered morbidly obese with my body mass index. And I'm not saying that to be mean to myself. I'm just technically letting you know, scientifically, I fall within that category, right? So based just on my obesity alone, I'm like, I'm not messing around with this. I'm not letting this COVID prolong itself before I get like medicated. So I went to the ER. And it took me time to have the energy to go to the ER because I was not feeling well. And so I got to the ER around like 10:50. You guys, the parking right next to the ER, which is ideal parking because you barely have to walk, was all full. So I had to figure out in the dark where there was a nearby parking lot. And I knew it was going to be a parking garage. Well, so I ended up having to park in a parking garage. And then in the parking garage, I was like, how do I get there from here? Oh my goodness. Like, I couldn't even find the elevator. Anyways, I eventually was able to make my way to the emergency room, but that process was not fun. As far as like, yeah, I was weak and yeah, I was ill. I was still mobile. I could still move around, but I just didn't have a lot of energy. And I just, excuse me, I didn't want to wear myself out, you know. There were a lot of people in the ER, and then I got seated pretty quickly in the waiting room. And there was a COVID section, so all of us who either had positive COVID results or thought they did were all relegated to this little COVID section. I was like, okay, great. But I understand, you know. And as I was waiting, I saw people that seemed to be much sicker than me as far as like their breathing goes, like the symptoms that were visible to me. Their breathing and well, mostly coughing. Some people were coughing a lot. So as I was waiting, then after a while they called me to get COVID tested. I might have been there but for like an hour and a half, 2 hours before I got the COVID test. And then it wasn't like an immediate result, but it was pretty quick. And since I signed up for like the electronic login, as soon as there was a result, I got a text message saying that there was a test result. So I logged into that. I'm going to do a kind of little impromptu mukbang as I go to the hospital, because I did eat soup earlier and drink tea. And I had saltine crackers. That's all I've had today, and it's 6:30 p.m. And I don't know how long this wait's going to be in the ER. Because when I was at the ER last time, the story I was just telling you, I was at the ER from 10:50 p.m. to approximately 7 a.m. The wait time was only supposed to be about 4 hours, which I initially did not know. Of course, they're not going to tell you that right up front, right? But I heard one of the other people waiting say it was like 4 to 5 hours. It probably would have only been that time frame for me. But I had mentioned something about my breathing then. And my concern about my breathing. Because it was a little harder for me to breathe then as well. But, so they pulled me. So after about waiting for a number of hours, about 3:30 a.m. around there, I was pulled into one of the back rooms and just sitting waiting in that room, and they administered an IV of medication for me. Here's the Happy Meal box. Thor, Love and Thunder. Thor is pretty cool. Chris Hemsworth, he's cute. Oh dang, look at all their little toys. They're cute. That's cute. Oh, it's Groot. Oh, it's so cute. I'll open it at the end. Maybe. I don't know. I don't want to get it dirty. Anyways. So the hospital was busy that night. There was a resurgence of COVID in my area. One of the hospitals in the area was sending people from that emergency room to the emergency room I was waiting at. So it was just a lot of people there, right? Yummy. So when I was in the waiting room, it felt nice sitting up, because when I was at home, I was kind of concerned. I was concerned about my breathing, and when I was laying down, it didn't make me feel good to lay down with how congested I was and all the breathing issues. So I was kind of thankful I was in the waiting room so I could sit up, you know. I just didn't realize I'd be in the waiting room for like about 4 hours before I'm like pulled back to really be looked at, you know. But yeah, it was a positive COVID test when I looked at the results online. And a nurse eventually told me it was positive too, as I was waiting. As I was waiting in the waiting room, I started sneezing so much. And I was hydrating as well. That honestly, by the time I was taken to that one of the rooms with a bed, my congestion, it was feeling a lot less. I was feeling a lot less congested because I had sneezed it out, man. Even though I was taken to a room, it's not like they immediately help you. You still have to wait for the nurse and then wait for the doctor. I couldn't take one of the common medicines that they prescribe for COVID when you have COVID because of a blood thinner I'm on, but that's why they gave me that IV medicine. With that medicine by IV, per the doctor, is only 30 to 40% effective versus, you know, that other medicine being more effective. So I was like, man, I don't like those numbers. I was so disappointed I couldn't take the other medicine. But whatever. I was starving. As I was in the ER, and even in that back room, I was, especially in the waiting room though, I was starving. It was hard to not think about food, even though I was ill, you know. The doctor in the ER prescribes me a cough syrup to take. It has the same ingredients as like an over-the-counter cough syrup. So it wasn't anything special, you know, like higher powered or anything. And these fries taste really good. I hadn't slept all of that night because I was in the hospital. So I ate, rested, hydrated a little, and then went to sleep. I don't even remember how long I slept. But since having COVID, the symptoms have really come in stages. Like initially, I also had body aches and pains, which, you know, that could also probably be mistaken for the flu. But my test results showed I did not have the flu because it also tested for that. But yeah, and body aches and pains, that, you know, that doesn't make you feel good. Like, and I kind of had the chills. So then, of course, I contact my employer, let them know I have COVID, and rest and hydrate and try to just eat soups, chicken broth, and drink Gatorade, Powerade, water, orange juice, and tea, and some fruit. I got a strawberry cream pie. So the past 2 weeks, I've gotten a lot of sleep. I would just listen to my body and sleep when I could. And when I wasn't sleeping, I was hydrating and eating those liquids. And I tried to do a few little household tasks. I didn't do that much though. Initially, I couldn't really do anything, you know, because of my energy level. And because I really wanted to emphasize, like, recovering, you know. So dang good. And then I'm drinking blue Powerade. I wanted to stop and get bottled water, but I'm not gonna stop. Since I have this to drink, I'm gonna be good. So anyways, there might have been a few other symptoms in that time frame, but I started feeling better. And all of, not this past week, but the week before, I missed that 5 days of work. But my workplace has a good policy about missing work for COVID, so I felt okay missing that week, to take care of myself, because I really needed to take care of myself. You get really fatigued with COVID. I have anyway. I was really fatigued. That's why I listened to my body and I just slept a lot, because you really don't have energy to do much. And I was getting a little hopeful and started to feel better on last Friday, I think it was, or Saturday. I vomited, and then I had diarrhea here and there throughout this process, and I never really mentioned that to anyone because I forgot. When I vomited, that startled me, because I was not, the only solid foods I was really eating was strawberries, grapes, and soup, and those are light foods, right? And saltines. So that kind of scared me when I vomited, because I was like, what? I thought vomiting would have happened earlier on, because I know that is a symptom of COVID. So then I was like, I wanted to return to work this past Monday, but when I vomited last weekend or last Friday, whatever day it was, I'm like, no, I need to go easy and pace myself, and I'm taking Monday off at least, and we'll go from there, right? So anyways, and I'm thankful I did. I ended up returning to work ultimately this week. Major symptom was fatigue. I was really, just really tired. And not doing too much, you know what I mean? And I got so sick of just chicken broth, and oh my god, I got so sick of that. Mostly a liquid diet, I know you need to do that, but me, look, I love food. I just got sick of the no variety of anything. And also during that time, I got tired of the isolation. Last weekend, man, I started really feeling down and out. I think it was, or maybe it was last Thursday, but it got to me that I couldn't see anyone, and I needed to isolate myself, And even though I work from home and I'm not a super social person anyway that sees a lot of people on a regular basis, you guys, it's challenging to know you can't see anyone, So I would, this is a tip. I would make phone calls to people I love and keep in close touch, texting people or calling or FaceTiming, because I wanted to feel connected to people, So when I felt up to it, I would keep in communication with people I care about, so that I wouldn't feel so depressed, because it's real, man. And isolation is simply not good for anybody. When I returned to work, the first day back, I was so worn out, you guys. Oh, and I haven't been sleeping well, despite the fatigue, which I know is odd, but just haven't been sleeping well. And then last night, Thursday night, I started with this persistent cough, and I couldn't get to sleep. And I couldn't get to sleep despite what I was trying. I was like, okay, let me eat the rest of my dinner, because I'm hungry. And maybe I won't be so alert, if I have a full stomach, and I'll be okay, let me fall asleep. That didn't work. I wrote a to-do list so that I was trying to declutter my mind. Because sometimes I have such an active mind when I'm going to sleep that it is simply hard to go to sleep, regardless if I'm ill or whatever, you know what I mean? So I wrote out a to-do list for the next day so that I could get those thoughts out of my mind. That didn't work. I was still awake, couldn't fall asleep. Then I talked to my twin. Then I drank tea, or I had soup. think I drank tea. Or I drank Gatorade, something, right? That didn't help. Then I just laid there and listened and watched YouTube. Like, I just was like, okay, I'm just gonna ride with this. And my cough was getting worse, you know? And then I could feel pressure on my chest and kind of like tightness, but I didn't know at that time if it was like from coughing so much or what. But like today, it definitely is like pressure, you know? And then I feel like, excuse me, sometimes like labored breathing. And so then I was like, crap. So I did the telehealth appointment where you virtually see a doctor, and then based on the symptoms, she's like, you need to go see someone in person so that they can evaluate you and make sure you don't have pneumonia or bronchitis, because the tightness and pressure of the chest is concerning and we need to rule that out. And I was like, another Friday night, I'm gonna be stuck. I was just like, okay. Then the nearest location to me, my doctor's office, I'm like, okay, I don't think they take walk-in appointments, but maybe they can see me. And this was at 5:15 p.m., by the way, because it took so long to even get a virtual doctor. So by the time they said to go in person, like, my doctor's office closes at 6, and I was like, crap. If I try to get ready, then maybe they can fit me in or something. I call my local clinic and they say sometimes they have same day appointments, but based on what you're describing, let me connect you to the triage nurse. And I described everything, and she's like, based on what you're saying, you need to go to the emergency room. And I was just like, okay. I'm like, damn, is this really chest tightness? Then you feel like, why did I say that symptom when they asked me, oh, are you feeling pressure or like tightness of the chest? Why did I say yes? Then I'm like, why did I say yes? Because I don't want to go to the ER, but I do need a doctor's note for my work anyways. And the telehealth lady wouldn't give me one because she said, well, you need to go in person. So she's like, they can give you the doctor's note. And I was like, motherfucker. You know, I was like, I don't need a repeat of 2 weeks ago in the ER where I'm waiting there for 4+ hours and end up staying all night. This is a different scenario in a way because it's earlier. Like now it's probably like 7:15 or something, right? I'm hoping, I haven't followed the COVID numbers lately, the past 2 weeks, but I think COVID is still alive and well in this area. I'm hoping it's not so busy. If it is, I might go to another emergency room that's right next door, basically. So I'm going to ask, what the wait time is like. I was on the mend. I was so glad to be back at work. I was feeling like I had a purpose again. I was really, really happy to be back at work. And there were some hard days at work, by the way. Some more complex issues I was dealing with. And a lot of, follow-ups. But, I felt good to be back at work. Problem solving, difficult, more complex issues. I was like, yes, because I love that stuff, right? No. COVID was like, wait, you got a new layer of symptoms. We're going to get you with this persistent cough. We're going to get you with this labored breathing. We're going to get you with this chest pressure. I'm just like, okay, Tara, you need to work up the energy to drive to the hospital. So you see me doing that right now. I wanted to make a video about my COVID experience anyway, because there is kind of like a resurgence of COVID spreading, especially in certain parts of the country. And I know where I live, it has definitely had some higher numbers. So though the mask mandate in my state was lifted in like March or April this year, I still have been wearing a mask. I got a little lackadaisical and was like, and when it gets warmer, I don't like wearing the mask. It's really frustrating, right? So like 1 or 2 times in June, I didn't wear the mask when I was out in public. Because I haven't been out and about that much. I really haven't. I hung out with my friend a few times. July, I hung out. And then also, excuse me, where I think I got it was, so July 8th was when I was diagnosed with it, or got tested positive for COVID, right? That was Friday. On that Wednesday, I got paid, so I bought a bunch of groceries because I didn't have a lot of food. I was at Walmart buying a bunch of groceries, and I was there when it was kind of like 5:36 p.m., something around there. When it's busy, people are just getting off work. It's a nice summer day. People are out and about, and I didn't wear my mask in freaking Walmart, and there's a lot of people you're walking by. Yeah, the aisles are kind of big, spaced apart, but you do have to walk right across people and weave in and out sometimes when you're looking for your groceries or whatever in the aisles. So I had so many opportunities to get COVID there, and all the groceries I was touching, but I did wipe down did I wipe down my groceries that day? I don't know, I may not have, honestly. So see, I got lazy, and that's not good. I mean, and a day or two, not Tuesday or Monday, I had been at a fast food I had been doing my side job, and I hadn't been wearing my mask all the time because, again, it's warm out and it's kind of suffocating, But really, that's just kind of a pet peeve at this point because this is what I learned, and I already knew it. But wearing your mask is important. I do believe that helps with the spread of COVID. In my experience, it helps because this is the first time I've had COVID during the pandemic that I'm aware of, and so anyways, if you're not wearing your mask, I really urge you to wear your mask or strongly consider it. I know this can be a heated topic. It doesn't have to be a heated topic because I don't think it needs to be politically based. I really think it's a public health matter. I don't think it needs to be politically based. People's reasoning on it, whether they wear a mask or not, I think I got it that week, just a few days before, either at Walmart or a fast food restaurant. But I think it was at Walmart because I was close to people. Oh, the sun. I'm almost at the emergency room. I don't really think I'm going to vlog when I get there or anything because of I don't want to violate anyone's privacy. Thank you guys for helping me. If you're watching this vlog, this is helping me to make this video because it was hard for me to gather up the energy and even kind of just gather the positivity to go to the ER. But I know that I need to, because they need to rule out and make sure I don't have pneumonia or bronchitis because of the tightness and the pressure in my chest, and because it's been 2 full weeks now so that I've had COVID. There should be improvement and not new symptoms type of thing. I really do hope that all you guys are in good health. I hope that none of you guys have COVID, and I hope you're enjoying your summer and living it up. July totally passed me by, and I'm so sad because I haven't done a single water activity, and I haven't really hung out with hardly anyone this summer. And I'm just sad because I feel like the summer is wasting away, and it's so beautiful out and warm, and I want to enjoy it, right? But we have to take care of ourselves and pace ourselves, and so I'm not going to go around people even if I test negative for COVID, if I'm still coughing like that, because it's just ew, it's gross, who wants to be around someone that keeps hacking away, And also, if you have had COVID, I really hope that you're continuing to heal well and recover. I hope that you don't have any long-term effects. I pray that you have no long-term effects. I pray that any loved one of yours who's had COVID, that they don't have any long-term effects and that they are recovering well. And I hope everyone out there is protecting themselves. Like, I just ask that God protect you guys, you know, because it's not fun to have COVID. And even though my case is not a severe case, well, shit, we're gonna see. Because if this turns into pneumonia, you better believe I'm gonna call this a severe case. You know what I mean? Anyways, I have had bronchitis at least once, probably more, but I've never had pneumonia. That shit scares me. So anyways, yes, if I have pneumonia, that shit, COVID's gonna be a severe case for me then, you know? But I know that some people have had it a lot worse. For those who have lost loved ones to COVID, my heart goes out to you, man. COVID is no joke. Take it seriously, in my opinion, in my experience. Even though, like I said, my case has not been a severe one just yet, it's still very unpleasant, and you still have to avoid really doing life and being around everyone for at least a good 5 days, I think is the CDC recommendation. But really, like 7 to 10 days. Take care of yourselves, and I'm gonna take care of me. I have so many good video ideas, and I'm gonna try when I have energy to do another video or two. Because I'd rather be making a fun video that's not about COVID. But you know, so many of us have now had COVID. Some people have had it multiple times. And like, I figured this is relatable. And I figured if I could be a beacon for someone, not a beacon of hope, but if I am a beacon of hope, hey, that's great. But if I could be an encourager to anyone to wear your masks, like, I really do want to emphasize that, you guys, because like, you better believe I'm wearing my masks. Like, all along, I even wear my mask, like if I'm going through the fast food line, and you guys have seen it in videos, I believe. You've seen me, I'll put my mask up when I'm talking to the cashier, you know, because it is like a 6 feet type of rule with the spread of germs and all that. You're touching the keypad. So I still use hand sanitizer and all that. But I'm saying all this to say, please protect yourselves and your loved ones. I hope you guys are doing well, enjoying your summers. Live summer up for me. Comment down below what the funnest thing you've done this summer, or if you haven't done something, comment down below what your summer plans are, or if you have like a vacation coming up, because I need to know that, because I want to live vicariously through you. Oh God, I really want to live vicariously through you. About to pull into the parking lot, and I hope they have parking. Okay, good. It looks like they do. Yay. So, if you've watched this whole video, OMG, thank you so much. Please comment down below the sunglass emoji, hashtag sunglasses, and also don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Hit that notification bell so every time I upload, you are notified. Hello. That was the parking attendant I was talking to. I stopped recording because I just feel like that's kind of weird because I'm in the hospital, but he saw too that he probably thought I was recording, but trust me, I'm not recording him. Anyways, yes, thank you, Jesus. So, thank you guys for continuing to watch. We reached 200 subscribers. What? Yes, we did. Thank you. I hope you'll stick around. I hope you'll be along for the ride, because we're going for this 1,000 subscriber mark, and that's just the minimum we're going for. Thank you for hanging with me. It's only going up from here. If you ever have video ideas, you can always email me. My contact info is always in the description box, or you can contact me through the social medias or comment down below, you know, because I'm open to new video ideas. I like to diversify it and like bring new things. I can't guarantee I'll make every single video, but like, ideas are very welcome, you know? Oh man, okay. I need to settle down. I'm starting to feel tired and like my energy is dwindling. So this video has helped me remain positive. Thank you for watching this because you all are part of my recovery. Better get some good news after this ER visit. You better believe. Whew, the parking attendant didn't know what the wait time was at the ER. He said he could ask the reception desk. I was just like, dang it. I'm nervous, you guys, because my chest feels weird. There's pressure, and there feels like there's congestion now. And I hadn't really felt that way for a few days. I hadn't felt the chest pressure, I don't think, ever during this whole bout. But anyways, that's why it's good to like write down or keep in mind what your symptoms are, especially with COVID. You need to see the doctor, just tell them how you're feeling and what you've gone through, and so they can better like prescribe you stuff and better help you and diagnose you and figure it out, you know. They're gonna have to do x-rays or like, you know, chest exam x-ray thing or scan, whatever the case is. Whatever it is called, they have to do one to determine if I have pneumonia. And dang it. I did one of those exams last time. And they're fine. But I'm nervous, you guys. You know, my closing is very applicable today. Very applicable. There's only one you. There's only one me. Only one me, there's only one you. So don't forget to take care of you. Bye, you guys.